MLB Network's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Today, the opener of this four-game series between the San Francisco Giants and their bitter rivals to the south, the Los Angeles Dodgers. Hello again, everybody. Baseball is back. Welcome to our special opening day broadcast on MLB Network. I'm joined by Dan Plesac. And Dan, as we get things going this season, it's pitching that has to be key if this team's going to have success.
Hey, just like any team, pitching is going to be the key factor for this ball club as the year plays out. I'm sure the staff will have its ups and downs, but putting together some quality outings early in the season could do wonders for this club getting out of the gate with a good start.
The game's count starting now. Opening day on MLB Network, and it's coming up next. Back now as we draw ever closer to first pitch. Let's listen in to public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, your 2023 Los Angeles Dodgers.
Quickly now, we'll look at the two men who are entrusted with the starting pitching assignment here to begin the new year. And here's how the visiting San Francisco Giants line up in this one. Mark, what do you have on this lineup as they go for their first win?
Well, Matt, this goes for both lineups. They know they're dealing with a tough test in a pitcher's park, but they can't let that bother them too bad, or they'll walk out of here a 3-4 game set 0 for 12, 0 for 15. They have to find a way to stay within themselves. Line drive approach. One will carry out of here if they get it.
Jamison Taillon gets the call to pitch here on opening day in front of the hometown crowd. What's your take on him, Dan?
Matt, this guy is a big power arm. Former first-round draft pick by the Pittsburgh Pirates. And listen, he's what they look like. Big, strong guy. 3-pitch mix, 95 to 97 miles an hour with good life on his fastball, overhand curveball, and a straight changeup. The key to him, throwing strikes. If he's throwing strikes early, expect him to go deep into the game, and he could rack up a pile of strikeouts.
Now at the plate, Manuel Rosales. He will lead this one off today.
For San Francisco, right fielder, number 2.
Here's the pitch. And now he'll try to bunt his way on to start the game. But a foul ball here, 0-1. Popped him up. Headed after it is Mazzara, but this will land untouched. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1 and 2. Altogether, a fine afternoon for baseball. 66 degrees, the game time temperature. The 1-2. Still a ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2. Swing and a ground ball to third. To his left, Davis. 1 away.
Well executed two-seamer on the outside corner that time, and that's what you'll get a lot of with that pitch. He rolled right over it.
Standing in, Robert Geary, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Here's the first pitch to him. Just missed with a breaking ball. Geary, an imposing right-handed figure at 6'4" tall. He was a first-round pick during the first-year player draft of 2018.
Yeah, he has turned himself into a really nice ball player. I wouldn't put him on the superstar level, but you know what? They didn't miss with this pick either. You go into high rounds and you carve out a career the way this guy has, nice pick.
In there, 2-1.
That's why this guy is great. Never misses over the heart of the plate. He's got electric stuff, but pinpoint control to all four quadrants.
Time to check our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Freddie Ferguson.
You know, this is one of the guys behind the dish, Freddie Ferguson, Dan, that the rookies are going to have a tough time with. If you've played in the league for a little bit, you understand that he's got his own zone.
You touched on it, D-Roy. I think he rewards the veteran players, not only pitchers, but position players. He makes the younger players, he makes them earn their keep.
Stepping in, Wilson Contreras. First delivery to him on the way. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. And this is lifted high in the air down the right field line. And he will get there as he had to cover a lot of ground to make that play. And that ends the inning. Giants down in order. Nothing for the Giants in their first try. The Dodgers' first swings are next. You're watching MLB Network. Now a moment for the Los Angeles Dodgers starting lineup. How do they go about taking down their division rival, Mark DeRosa?
Matty, you take a look at this lineup. I find myself thinking back to my playing days when I knew I had the ace on the mound. It had to be win day, and when you get in a car to drive to the yard, you tell yourself, even though you felt bad about it, just get 2 or 3. All the pressure's on the big boy to have to execute, and he usually does. Look for this lineup to try and execute and score, manufacture 1 or 2 runs early in this one. Time for a look at the San Francisco Giants on defense. And this team, they're not going to be moving around as much as some of the new age teams. The shifting and moving the third baseman over second base and the right fielder to play third base. This is going to be your stationary team, trusting pitchers to execute pitches.
Settling in now, Tommy Davis. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Third baseman, Tommy Davis.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Bouncer up the middle. Base hit, and that's their first of the new campaign.
Hey, this game's starting off exactly the way they want it to. Lead-off single in the bottom of the first after their pitcher went out there and threw a donut on the board. Boys are flying around.
Step off the rubber and go to first, and he just manages to get his hand in. In now is Adam Eaton, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. Kershaw has tossed more than 3,000 innings at the big league level, and in that time he's allowed just barely over a base runner per inning, which of course is very good. Step off and fire to the bag. A dive, but he's back. Davis gets his lead at first, nobody out. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Kershaw has both great strikeout stuff and exceptional command on the mound to go with it. A rare combination, but one that makes him one of the best in our sport.
Matty V, you talked about it. He doesn't walk a whole lot of guys. Well, if you don't walk a lot of guys, that means you have to throw the ball in the strike zone. And when you do with great stuff like this guy has, he racks up the strikeouts. There aren't a lot of guys that get strikeouts by throwing the ball in the strike zone. This is one of the few that does it.
The 1-1 pitch. Ground ball, foul down the left side. A runner at first with no outs here. Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first down.
That was some nice execution on that pitch. Spotted it nicely down around the bottom of the zone. And when you do that, especially with 2 strikes, not a lot of guys are going to hurt you. You're going to get a lot of ground balls and swings and misses down there.
Now he'll step off the rubber and go to first. And a dive, but he's back. Here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman, as the first pitch to him is taken low and away for ball 1. First swings for him in this one with a runner still at first and 1 gone. The 1-0. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. There's a ball ripped toward the gap in left center. Davis is on his way home. A run comes across to score, and they jump ahead 1-0. So much of this game is situational hitting, guys. Nice job there.
Yeah, you've got to find a way to pick your teammates up when you're given the chance. And he doesn't try to do too much right here. He just takes what's there. Safely on second, and his buddy is high-fiving teammates in the dugout.
In now the power-hitting outfielder Nomar Mazara, as he'll watch a slider that runs out of the strike zone away for ball 1. Count. Here it is. Fouled off. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Flying hard toward right center. And a dive, but he comes up empty, and this is big trouble now out in right center. Freeman rounds third and is digging for the plate. Safe at the plate. And they now lead by 2.
I guess their scouting reports on this guy were dead on, because it's already 2-0 in the early going, and they're having absolutely no trouble seeing him here. On the other side, they're very quickly looking at a game that they're going to have to fight back here.
Digging in, Mookie Betts. And the Dodgers with an opportunity for more here in the first. The 1-0. There's a slider taken for a ball. Betts, who's often just referred to as plain old Mookie. This is his 10th season at the major league level, so almost a decade, which is quite an accomplishment. Too high, and it's 3-0.
He's gotten himself into a little bit of trouble out here. Middle of the order up in a run-scoring situation, and now he might have to challenge him. Going to have to make some good pitches here.
it is. The 3-0 is taken, strike one.
Hey, that 3-0 pitch might have been important for him right there. Regroup, get his mechanics back under him, and drive something down through the strike zone.
3 balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. And that misses, ball 4. So it's first and second now with only 1 away.
Wow, he's looking awfully shaky to start this game, guys. That's 3 hits and a walk, and there's no doubt that he's fighting himself right now. See if he can get this train back on the rails here.
Here's Elvis Andrus now. Another first inning RBI opportunity. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Able to squeeze this one is Panic, and there are 2 away now.
Boy, he showed some pretty good range heading pretty deep into the outfield to bring that one down. Thought the outfielder might call him off, but he clearly had it under control.
Tried to get him to go after one below the knees, but it's 1 and 2.
Well, one thing about him, he's an absolute grinder at the...
And Kershaw can't find the target there as he's run it as far as it can go now. It's 3 and 2.
Wow, this is a pretty good at bat right here. From down in the count 0 and 2 to work the count back to 3 and 2. And he's seen a lot of pitches, too.
And a swing and a miss here. So it took him 31 pitches, but the side is finally retired. The sights and sounds of a day at the ballpark. Oh, my goodness. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Here's Ender Inciarte. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck outside last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
First delivery to him on the way. And a curveball that started low and broke lower. Ball 1. And that one right down Main Street.
You know, if I'm the hitter right here, I'm like, okay, you want to come get some early in the count? I was about to wait you out, but now game on.
The 2-2 one more time. Lined hard toward right center. But this will hang up a bit too long as it's taken in chest high for the first out.
Good contact to start out the inning. Thought he might be on base with some sort of a hit, but it hung up there too long. Just unlucky that time.
So that'll bring in Teoscar Hernandez. As he lines it hard to the right side, but out of play. Reached base via the walk in his first plate appearance. On the fists and a jam shot to the right side. And this is taken in for the second out. Still a little early to start talking about these things. There you go, right there. A big goose egg in that hit column, worth keeping in mind as we get later into the afternoon. Here's Joe Panic. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Line drive to center field. And that's the first hit in this one for the Giants.
I know this guy isn't known for his hitting prowess, but that's a nice job right there. Getting a single on a 3-2 pitch in the middle of the zone. Grab your glove and flash some leather.
In now, Sean Rodriguez. And bouncing ball, foul. Looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. Takes this the other way to right, and that'll get down for a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Hey, after back-to-back 2-out hits right now, this pitcher thought he was going to cruise through this inning, and now he's got traffic, and he's in jeopardy with a ball in the gap or a ball missed over the heart of the plate, a crooked number going on the board.
Standing in now, Clayton Kershaw, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. First time up, he went down looking. He's set. Here's the 2-2. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. Giants leave a couple. They trail it here 2-0. Into the box now, Hugh Klazuski. He'll lead things off as we begin the home fifth.
Hugh Klazuski.
First pitch of the at-bat. Low for ball 1. Now the 1-0 is looked at for the first strike. Klazuski, an Ohio native. This is his first year at the big league level. A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball.
All right, let's take a step back right here. He's down 1-2, 3 fastballs in a row. There is no way he's throwing him a fourth.
The 1-2 misses for the second ball. Ripped down the first base line, and that's through for a hit. And there's probably no happier person in the ballpark. Hugh Klazuski has just collected his first hit in the big leagues. And as is customary, there's the ball being sent into the dugout. Someone will tuck it away for him to put in his trophy case.
Yeah, good for him, and congratulations. Listen, he's worked his entire lifetime for this moment, and he's obviously trying to play it cool right now, but you can bet inside his head, he's on top of the world.
Next to hit will be the pitcher, Jamison Taillon. A textbook sack bunt situation here. And he'll snap one over to first. And he'll be back in standing up. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Now a bunt attempt here, and they'll just tag him out along the first base line.
Sacrifice was in order right there as he gets the bunt down right there, and sometimes it's easier to just tag him instead of making that throw to first base.
Into the box, Tommy Davis, as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball 1-0. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. fastball, and ooh, that ran in and drilled him.
Well, as a leadoff man, the team looks for you to get on base any way you can. This isn't the preferred route, at least for him, but hey, they'll take it.
In now is Adam Eaton. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. And he misses with that one. Ball 4, and that's going to load the bases now with still only 1 away.
I think he was trying to be a little too fine there, and a walk is the result. Well, the good news is he has a force at every base. The bad news, a single probably drives in a couple of runs.
Here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman. Here's Kershaw's 0-2 offering.
1 ball.
Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. The second for 1. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. Just what the doctor ordered. He gets the double play to get him out of the inning. More opening day baseball coming up following this. Digging in, the switch hitter, Manuel Rosales. He'll start the inning, and we're back to the top of the order, but they haven't looked too dangerous in this one yet, right, guys?
Well, none of them have any hits yet, so you're right on the money. They've done a great job of holding these guys down so far.
Another opportunity for him here, so we'll see if anything changes. First delivery to him on the way. Soft liner to the left side. And this will be no problem over at third, and there's the first down.
Shortstop, Robert Geary.
So striding in, Robert Geary. Left side. On to Freeman at first, and there are 2 away now.
Good pitch right there to run the 2-seamer in on his hands and bunch him up. And an easy ground ball is the result.
Here's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras. As he'll take one up in the zone, but indeed in the strike zone for the first strike. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Popped him up. Freeman in foul ground, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Giants down in order. They trail things here 2-0. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Nomar Mazara. He'll get things started here in the second half of the 6th. Ready. Here's the first offering. Popped high in the air. Contreras is there. 1 down.
Every pitcher loves to get quick outs, right? How about that? 1 pitch, 1 out, a pop-up to start the inning.
Coming to the plate now, Mookie Betts. It was a fly out for him in his last trip. Line toward the gap in left center, and that's a base hit. 1 for 2 in his first couple of plate appearances.
That was actually a well-executed fastball in off the plate. Credit the offensive player. He smelled that coming, turned and burned.
Here it comes now to Andrus. Line toward right center, and that's in there. Base hit. And And they'll have runners at the corners following the one-out single.
Hey, Debro, looks like they might finally have something going after that base hit. First and third, one out, and maybe now they can get something started.
Yeah, you could tell the third base coach was going to be aggressive right there, right? A nice read by both him and the base runner to take that extra base and put them in scoring position. They've been struggling right now to get guys in scoring position.
And he'll step off and fire to the bag. And the runner back in standing. Stepping in now, Kiki Mitchell out in front of a fastball as this is ripped down the left field line. That's going to be a fair ball. Run in. Here's a second runner around third. And a relay home. And he's safe. And there's probably no happier person in the ballpark. Kiki Mitchell has just collected his first hit in the big leagues. And as is customary, there's the ball being sent into the dugout. Someone will tuck it away for him to put in his trophy case.
Yeah, good for him, and congratulations. Listen, he's worked his entire lifetime for this moment, and he's obviously trying to play it cool right now, but you can bet inside his head, he's on top of the world.
Now here's the Giant skipper making his way out toward the mound. And we're going to have a pitching change, as that's going to be all for his starter this afternoon. Gone after 5 1/3 here, as he never really found his groove in this one. Michael Lorenzen is out from the bullpen now, as he'll make his first appearance here on the season.
Michael Lorenzen.
After that swing, you just got to reset yourself. You still have a strike to work with, and you can't be thinking about how silly you just looked on that last pitch.
Tries the slider to ring him up, but he lays off 1 and 2. Lorenzen, a right-hander standing 6'3". His contract is set to expire at the end of this season, so he may end up hitting the market this winter.
Some guys only get to free agency one time in their career. This guy has a chance to get there for a second time and in the prime of his career. Is he able to handle the pressure as he plays out this final season?
Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and there are 2 gone.
I think he had his mind made up. He was swinging the bat, trying to protect before the ball even left the pitcher's hand. That pitch wasn't even close. He would have needed a flagpole to hit that one.
Into the box, Jamison Taillon. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball 1. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. Count to full, 3 and 2.
You know he wants to end this inning right here on 3 and 2, but I don't think we'll see him lay one in on the next pitch there with a base open to work with.
Three-two pitch. And he misses here, ball 4. And somehow he manages to walk his opposite number. Wow.
Well, that was a slider in a 3-2 count, and it just didn't tempt him enough to get a good swing. A good job of pitch recognition and knowing the strike zone to draw the free pass there.
Next up for Los Angeles, Tommy Davis. He's got to be looking for vengeance after getting plunked in his last at-bat. Looking to minimize the damage here. Hit to first. Fielded cleanly. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Ready now, Mookie Betts. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And the slider stayed low, apparently, for a ball. And he'll try to check his swing here, but he'll have no such luck. It's strike 1. 1-1. Heading out towards shallow right. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. Dodgers leave 1, but they're in front 4-0. The 1-0 home. And this is on the ground to first. Could be 2. There's 1. And that didn't work out too well as the pinch hitter comes on to bounce into a double play. Final line there for the Dodgers starting pitcher. And that's exactly how he hoped to get this season started on opening day. So in now for San Francisco, Manuel Rosales. 2 away here in the 8th, and time's running out on him, Danny.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of outs left to work with, so it's time for someone to make something happen if they're going to get back into this thing. Ugly swing right there. That pitch wasn't even close. You could tell this guy's been in the swing mode that he walked into the batter's box.
Towards center field. Eaton is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. We'll get a look at the speedy Elvis Andrus when we join you next. It's the Dodgers 4 and the Giants nothing. Jose Leclerc is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 62.
Here's Elvis Andrus now. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far.
The shortstop, Elvis Andrus.
Here it comes now to Andrus. High in the air out to center field. Inciarte's there. 1 away.
Now batting.
With that, we'll give you a look at our starter comparison for the 2 starting pitchers in the game. And the column to look at is the one on the right side of your screen. Not too many hits to go around at this point in the ballgame. So coming to the plate, Kiki Mitchell. He drove in 2 with a double in his last at-bat. First offering on its way. Now he spins on one here and drives it to deep right field. Not quite out of here. It's off the out-of-town scoreboard. Around second now and headed for third. The relay throw, but he is in there with a triple.
You've got to like the effort there from the right fielder. Gives chase and leaps, but you just can't bring it down. Excellent backup from the center fielder, though, coming to help out. If he doesn't, that might have been an inside the Parker.
Stepping in now, Hugh Klazuski. He'll swing and lift a fly ball to right center. Rosales has it, and I'd be surprised if they send the runner. And the run will score on the sacrifice fly, so it's now a 5-0 game.
Hey, talk about having a productive inning. You like to see that. You like to add on runs anytime you can. And the sac fly here gives their team another insurance run, and they're starting to blow this thing wide open.
Kevin McMillan.
Way behind that pitch. It's 0-1. Bases empty and 2 gone following the sacrifice fly. The 0-1. Bouncer up the middle. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
Now batting, third baseman, Tommy Davis.
Striding in, Tommy Davis. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. McMillan, the runner at first with 2 gone. And this one runs in on him as he can't get his arms extended. A great pitch there, and the inning is over. It's a run on 2 hits here for LA. We've played 8 full. Dodgers out in front, 5-0. Mike Morin comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the ninth.
Mike Morin.
Kicking off the top of the ninth, Robert Geary, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Geary.
Popped him up. Freeman has room in foul territory, and he brings it in on the warning track.
The catcher, number 40.
Here's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras. Not providing much out of the 3-hole in this one. Hitless in 3 at-bats so far. From the stretch. This is popped up. Freeman has a play. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
Now back. Third baseman.
So that brings up the always intense Matt Chapman. He comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. Last strike here for the Giants. Tried to throw the fastball by him, but it's high, 1-2. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. Now a swing and a ground ball. This should do it. Throw on to first is going to be in time for the final out, and the Dodgers move to 1-0 on the young season as this ball game is over.
I expect this series to be a battle, so to take the first game at home is definitely the way you want to start it out. Give that home crowd a reason to come back tomorrow for what will hopefully be another solid performance.
5-0 the final score today. Los Angeles jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Jamison Taillon gets the win on the mound, his first of the year. So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and the rest of our crew. This is Matt Vasgersian, and you've been watching a presentation of MLB Network. See you next time.
Play ball.